Hello gamers, welcome to another episode of 5 Minute Game Reviews. This is episode 3. My name is Julian, and today I'm really excited to be reviewing this game. This is one of my favorite games that I've gotten in the last year. I've played it a ton. I think I have it in my trunk, in the trunk of my car for emergency use if ever I need to game with some friends. But this is a game that is one of my all-time favorites, and that is Clank. Clank, I think you would call a deck-building dungeon crawler, or it says deck-building adventure. It was produced last year in 2016 by Renegade Game Studios, Lavka Games, Direwolf Digital, Lucrum Games, Origames, Reflexshop, Raven Distribution, and Schwerkraft-Verlag. So a lot of contributing companies to this game. It was designed by Paul Dennen. It plays 2 to 4 players, and it is sort of a press your luck type of game. Basically, the premise for this game is you're going through a dungeon, a dragon's dungeon, trying to collect several different treasures, companions, what have you, and getting out and hoping that your enemies, the other players, get stuck in the dungeon. And it is super, super fun. It is an immersive experience, which is a big deal for me. The artwork is very nice. You have starting cards. You have the same art on several of the cards. That doesn't matter. The art is very crisp, clear. The design of the cards is very good. Contrast is very good. The dungeon map itself is easy to navigate. There are little icons in between some of the game board spaces that triggers certain effects. You have to fight goblins in the hallways and what have you in the caverns. That is very clear, and it is very apparent what you have to do and when you run into those things. So there's nothing where you have to reference the rules all that much. You have to kind of do that in the first couple plays because there are a lot of tokens that you find that are treasure, but that's totally fine. The art is very good. I like it a lot. The game mechanics, you have a bag where when you find really good stuff or you find people that make a lot of noise, they make you put cubes into the bag, and the dragon comes and wakes up and comes after you if you draw your own cubes. That's really cool. So there's a lot of suspense and high energy there. The complexity, there really is not much. You just go through. It's kind of like a grown-up Chutes and Ladders. It's very simple, but that at the same time, there is good strategy and several different routes which you can take, which I think really mitigates the simplicity of the game. It is very immersive, as I said earlier, and yeah, let's take a look and see how it plays so you get an idea. So, in Clank, you are an adventurer making your way through the dragon's dungeon. In order to get out of the dragon's dungeon, you need to get one of the major treasures. I think there's 6 or 7 treasures throughout. They range from 5 points up to 30 points and are placed in different spots in the dungeon. Obviously, the lower value treasure is closer to the entrance, so you can jump in, grab that for a quick escape, or you can go for the big kahuna in the deepest depths of the dungeon and try hitting a home run there with high risk. Whichever way you decide to go, the game is very well balanced, and every time I've played, the scores have been very close. It is a lot of fun. It's very easy to pick up, and depending on where you end up in the dungeon, if you die, which usually happens, I tend to die in the dungeon more than I make it out, which is still fine, because I like to press my luck. If you die in the depths here below ground, you lose all your points. If you die above ground, you get to keep everything that you've accrued to that point, and if you make it out of the dungeon, you get to keep all of your points, as well as getting a bonus 20 points for making it out. And then, if your opponents are still making their way through the depths here, instead of buying cards or attacking monsters, you just draw cubes and turn the screws on your opponents, which makes it even more fun, even though you're really not doing much on your turn. If you make it 4 turns and your opponents are still down in the dungeon, they just die automatically at that point. So all in all, I give this 2 thumbs up. Clank is a ton of fun. I recommend it to all the viewers at home, recommend it to all my friends, and anytime someone asks to play it, I will resoundingly say yes. Go pick it up. Another one done. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter at 5minreviewer. Also, be sure to check back every Tuesday and Friday for more videos, and don't forget to click subscribe. Until then, I've got some more games to play, so see you next time.